Hey you guys, this is Orsi and this is going to be my first impression of the Urban Tarot, which I wanted to get for a couple of years now, and this is not a new deck. I know everybody has it, so you can share your opinion with me. Also, there's a flip through, so if you only want to see the cards, you can just check that one out. There's nice music. If you don't like the music, you can just mute it. So there are options. And that was a box that I just kicked. So like I said, I wanted to get this deck because it has a very unique art style, I would say, but I always shied away from it, so to speak, because it's more thoughty. I think that's what I heard about it. And you know, I read Rider-Waite-Smith. I like that system. There was a time when I was like, I'm gonna learn the Marseille, I'm gonna learn thought. I still might learn thought, by the way. Marseille, me and numbers, no. We're neighbors, we're not like close, like friends. So I appreciate the Marseille, I can't read with it. I can only read with it like I would read with an RWS deck, so what's the point? Nothing. I still gotta get the, oh, I wanted to say it quickly. Not the Deviant Moon, you know, who created the Deviant Moon. Okay, so I meant the Triomphe de la Luna tarot deck, which is a Marseille deck, and I just tripped over the trying to name the creator because I have an issue with names today, which you will know because it's gonna be multiple videos, but I'm filming a couple of videos today and I'm struggling with names. I don't know what's happening. Whatever, you're not interested in that. But anyway, so, you know, I'm not familiar with the differences between an RWS deck and the Thought deck, but I still wanted to get this one, and I got it used, so it was like, it's by Robin Scott, by the way, cheaper than a new one, because I discovered the Hungarian group, Facebook group, where the people, and now myself included, sell decks. So it's nice to get some decks that I had no option to get before. Okay, so box. It is a two-piece box. It's nicely done. There's like a thumb cutout. I don't even know how it is called, which makes it easier to, you know, like part the deck. It looks like the metro map, so that's cool because it's very urban-y. Obviously, we have the guidebook. What I appreciated, of course, it's the description, and there's always, I think always, a note to the RWS system and how the card differs from it, and there's some personal information from the creator, which I think is very cool. And there's always the, which I really like, this the model's name and when it was completed. Edit here, so you know, some was in 2003 even. So yeah, you know, the names are not renamed, but they are connected to the thought system, as far as I understand. So it's a very personal guidebook, but it looks like it gives enough information for someone who wants to know more about the artwork, which I appreciate because, you know, the artwork is the whole point of the deck. That's what makes it separate from other decks. This is the back, which is which has like I said, like a map. And what I forgot is that this deck is huge. It's so much bigger than a normal tarot deck. I don't have. Oh, I have one. This is the Lovers from the Smoke, Ash and Embers, right? Smoke, Ash. Yeah. As you can see, maybe you can see it better this way if I show you the back. It's much bigger, which I completely forgot. So it's my fault. I didn't realize that this deck was a bigger deck. I could, you know, like chop it down till just until the artwork, but like I said, I'm not familiar with the system, so I'm not gonna do that as of yet because I kind of feel like I would just ruin the deck, because if I'm not gonna be able to work well with this deck, I'm gonna resell it. And then, you know, a modified deck is not appealing for everybody. And if I'm gonna be able to learn all the cards and just learn how to read it in a way that, you know, like I'm using the keywords and not an oracle deck, but an actual tarot deck, then I think I'm gonna just either add the keywords somewhere on the cards or not, because I'm gonna be familiar with the deck, which I don't think it's gonna happen, because I have so many decks that I'm not learning decks anymore. I didn't mean to like mix the deck. I don't know why are there upside down cards in it, but whatever. But yeah, I really, so one of my favorite cards, that's why it's here on the top, is the Temperance, which is art, and it's just, I just love this one. I just love how the paint is oozing down here, but you know, it's repainting on the painting, so to speak. So I appreciate the art style. Sometimes it feels more traditional, that's why you call it, and not digital, but I think it's just a good mixture of the two. But it's a completely new, not completely, but it's a new system, so it definitely requires learning. I don't think I can just go with it and start reading and pretend that I know everything. I think that would just make the deck not fulfill its potential, so it's gonna be a lazy approach. So I'm not gonna do that, I'm gonna take my time. So a full review is gonna come, I think, a couple of years from now. If I still have a channel, I don't even know, who knows, because it requires a lot of learning. Okay, so, and as a closing off, let's get some pairings that I have in mind. And the first one is gonna be the Crystals Oracle, and for obvious reasons, it was obvious for me. It's the size. But I think because of the white borders and the white background, it works well aesthetically as well. We have art, and then we have the black tourmaline and the bismuth. Oh, we have, I'm just gonna go with the, you know, like the sentence in the bottom. We have protect your light and rewrite your code with rainbows. I mean, protect your light, obviously. Don't share your creation too soon, because, you know, people can just walk all over it and kill your vibe before you manage to make that tiny fire strong enough. But, you know, rewrite your code with rainbows. What is art if not getting some, like taking something, you know, and then recreating it, adding more layer to it, redressing it, retelling it, and just creating something new from it, and, you know, do it with rainbows, which is a nice way to connect. Why is it upside down again? With the deck. Okay, the Eon is the word card. We have Peridot, Magnetize Your Motivation, and Libyan Gold Tektite, Banish Your Blahs. And I like the color, how the color like matches with the card as well. So we have the word card with Magnetize Your Motivation, like, because the word card is, you know, like ending a cycle, finding your place, seeing how things are actually working. So you can get rid of your blahs because you know, you need to get rid of your procrastination, I guess, in order to complete something. And magnetize your motivation, get to it, you like, you know, find your motivation that you can close that cycle finally, that you can end whatever you need to end in a way. So as you can see, they are working really nicely together, but let's get another one just for the sake of why not. Okay, amethyst, haha. No, it's ametrine. Okay, what's wrong? Vanadinite. Break through your big blocks. We have fortitude with the 9 of wands, I think. Yes, 9 of wands. And break through your big blocks with the 9 of wands, which is like building up walls and blockages, and make your big dreams your big life. So maybe you put yourself in a corner and you close yourself off because of previous hurts, and now you need to break those down and break through them and just push through them in order to be able to make your life better. And this color is actually here, and the bottom color is not exactly this color, but still it matches. So I love already how the colors can be extra special connection between the cards. Like this, the color of the text is this color almost. Ha! So see, this is working. This is a very nice combination. So I'm definitely, and also this is a playful deck, so I'm looking forward to pairing these and learning more about this deck, but with the help of the crystals oracle. This is the stone deck, by the way. The next one is the Housewives Tarot, and it's smaller than a regular size, so I like the the size difference even more. And why I was thinking that pairing these two is because I perceive the Urban Tarot currently as a very serious deck. It's not a playful one. It's more so to tackle deeper issues, at least my first impression. And the Housewives Tarot is a very cheeky deck. It's a very serious one. I mean, it delivers very serious messages, but it's a cheeky deck. And I think that can lighten the mood, so to speak, or help with tackling different bigger readings. That's why I was thinking. And the colors seems to match as well. We have the Knight of Wands, the Rock Star, with the Wheel of Fortune and the Seven of Wands. And it kind of gives me the impression that to become a rock star, you have to be lucky, because there's 100 million people, other people who want to be, and they are not gonna be. It's because they were different, spiritual take. They were meant to experience something else. That's what they chose for themselves. But just from the look of things, they were lucky events, because maybe they all had these Wheel of Fortune moments, but the people who ended up being a rock star managed to actually use them. But the Seven of Wands, it kind of gives me the feeling of bottom scrapers, and just like everyone just doing their best and being at the bottom and just trying to get big. And if you become the rock star, they're gonna start to try to take you down because they want your position. And we have the 8 of discs, I think, which is prudence, which I don't know what it means. I should know because I know the word, but I don't know. And we have wands again. We have the Two of Wands and the King of Wands. And it was kind of like, I don't read reversals, but I kind of feel like reverse King of Wands is kind of making sense a little, because you have to make, you have to be consistent in work. You have to do what you want to do in order to achieve greatness, which requires decisions to be made. And also this King of Wands, it looks like he's having fun. So you kind of need to not have as much fun and be very determined with what you're doing. And don't just, jump on every new idea and try to turn that into something, but stick to whoever you're currently working on, which, it can be very tempting to start something new when you feel like you reach the plateau with your current one. So I think they work well together. What do you guys think? And like I said that this is a very serious deck. So I added the horror tarot next to it in case I want to deepen that seriousness and not just lighten, you know, because sometimes you don't want to lighten it, you want to actually deepen that feeling. And we have the Nine of Pentacles discs with gain, and it's not the easiest to read the title. It's the Two of Wands again. Like, what decisions are you willing to make in order to reach independence, financial independence, you know, because you could just walk all over people and maybe make some questionable choices. And we have the Ten of Pentacles also, from 9 to 10. So you're on actually good road, I guess, to find what you want to do, but also, you know, what are you willing to choose in order to reach the Ten of Pentacles? What sort of a legacy you want to leave behind? Because you're currently here in the 9, but whatever you're doing going forward from here is gonna be influential to the legacy you're leaving behind. Honestly, with the reverse of cards, I'm kind of annoyed. Okay, we have the Eight of Cups, indolence, with the Six of Swords and the Nine of Cups. A lot of cups. Yeah, I mean, Eight of Cups, you have to leave behind certain stuff. Six of Swords, you're already like started to move, and the Nine of Cups is, you know, you're gonna actually reach that shore. You're gonna actually move away from whatever situation you're in, but you have to be sure you're filling your own cup, so to speak, and not let not let other people do that, because then you're gonna be dependent on their actions, so to speak. So yeah, they're working well together. And the last one is the Toda Akotsu Sci-Fi Tarot. Again, the white borders are making these two decks connecting really, really easy and really well. Also, the colors are kind of in a similar tone, so I think they match well as well. So, you know, aesthetically they are matching. And because, you know, this sci-fi deck kind of feels like a very urban deck as well, so I think both can live in the similar area in a word, so they would, you know, match well. And we have the Knight of Cups here with the Seducer, with the Star and the Emperor. And, you know, you could read it like this guy is the Star, who the Seducer, I'm assuming, is the Star. You know, they are hoping to seduce this woman, who is the Emperor, who is very much more stable in their own life than to just take an offer coming from a cute guy way too seriously. So, you know, if you're in this situation, which one are you? Like, are you the seducer, or are you someone who is being seduced? And then are you stable enough to not take something not too serious too serious? We have the truce with the truce. With the Four of Swords. I think it's still swords in this deck, but I'm not sure. With the Three of Cups and the Queen of Cups. And isn't it kind of funny that, you know, if it's a truce, that women can more easily find a compromise than men? But, you know, to find compromise and a truth in a situation, think about who are, like, are you friend? Is it between friends? Can you find a way to reconnect? Also, don't let your emotions to rule you, blah blah blah. So, as you can see, it works. I didn't mean to be too snappy with the deck. It's just I'm trying to make myself do things quicker, because I can talk too well. So yeah, this is just my first impression. Like I said, I like the artwork. It has very interesting artwork, like the death card is very interesting. So we're gonna see how our work together is going to go, what decks I'm actually gonna end up pairing it with, And why is it upside down again? I don't know. But, you know, we will see. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. And I'm gonna give you something nice to look at. We're back to the art card. Thank you so much for being here. See you in the next one. Bye.